Hey, guys. Oh, you're muted just in case. I don't know if you're talking or not.
Okay, there. we
Okay,
are.
there.
Mark should be signing on.
Cool. You guys okay?
Yeah.
How are
Good.
you?
Good. Busy.
Right.
You know, it's the 31st, so that it's doing all right.
I'm gonna close this up.
You texted Mark?
Yeah.
Now, just to let you guys know, this is the webinar's already recorded. Then the attendees are going to start piling in. Because we're about a minute away.
Okay.
And as attendees, as you guys start coming in, we'll make an introduction to everybody.
All right, Mark's having trouble getting on. Is there a direct link you can email to him real quick?
Let me put it up.
I don't understand. Log in for the webinar. I think you have to register through with a link.
It's the it'd be the link that I sent you guys as panelists. But let me see what I could find.
Okay. I don't know.
I'll
Should
tell
be
him
paying-
Alex is looking for it too.
I have my registration link. For the link that you guys just clicked as panelists, do you mind copy and pasting that to him?
I actually,
Do the one that it sent you. Maybe just
Okay.
copy and paste the one that it sent you.
all right. Okay, tell him it's in his email. There he is.
There he is.
You're on mute, Mark.
Can you hear me now?
There you go.
How's it going?
Good.
Going good.
So the attendees are rolling in. So I'd like to just kind of make an introduction to the owner finance company and what we're going to be going over today. And you guys can really just take it from there. Does that sound okay?
Sure.
Okay, for everybody. So for those you don't know me, you should. But if you don't, I'm Alex. I'm the Senior Vice President over here at Jet Lending. And today in this webinar, as you guys signed up for, is with the owner finance company. You have three really knowledgeable people on this subject for you today. You got Mark below, I mean, depending on what you're seeing below me here, you got Jen Perez, and to the left of me, and let's see here, all this stuff here. And Valerie is off with her as well. Guys, how you doing today?
Doing great.
Great. I'm going to just kind of fade out and let you guys start talking about really this great type of program that a lot of people do not understand, that this is a very valuable and very attractive type of exit strategy that you guys could be putting into your investment real estate business today. Okay, so we really appreciate the time and effort that this company has put in today to teach you guys how to do this and how to do this successfully. So Mark, Valerie, and Jen, take it away.
Is there, they're quiet. Is there gonna be any slides or anything, or are we just gonna start?
I do have a PowerPoint that was given. Would you like me to kind of share screen that?
Yeah, I guess I thought there was gonna be a slide. If not, I could just talk about the program, but.
Let's. Okay. Here, share, and I have to keep it in this format, just to let you know. So we are going to see some of the other slides as well.
Oh, okay. I got you. All right, so yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm Mark with the Owner Finance Company, and we're going to talk to you about different options that you might have. I know this is more targeted towards investors, fix and flips and how to get out of those loans, the hard money loans that you do when you purchase a property, just a little more creative. Also, help those of you that might be trying to sell a property that you're having trouble moving that property. We're going to allow you to be able to move that property a lot quicker. How would I switch the slides? Am I going to do that, or?
Just let me know, because you'd have to pull up on where you're at to have control of it.
Okay, no, fine. We can move on to the next one, I guess. So a little bit about the company, what we do. I've been doing owner financing for over 18 years, 25 years in the real estate business. I'm also doing fix and flips, and I do use hard money. So I'm able to answer a lot of these questions because I'm doing it on a daily basis. Last year, we did over 77 fix and flips. We're going to do over 100 this year. So we do a little bit about what I do besides the owner financing company and the fix and flips. We do purchase homes from wholesalers, have a few assisted living homes, care homes, and companies that have to do with that, new construction, just different things like that we're able to to do in the business. But the main passion for us is helping people get into homes through the owner finance program, and being able to give also other options for other fellow investors that are trying to move their homes, just to give you a better way to be able to move those properties. So we can go on to the next screen, and it's going to share with you a little bit about our company that was founded in 2019. Jen and Valerie and myself started the company. We're all partners in the business, and we all work together to be able to help as many people as we can to be able to get that dream of home ownership. No matter what the circumstances are, our goal is to help families get into the homes. And you can kind of read the slides. I'm not going to read all of them, but we've been in business over 4 years and done, I think by now, over 40 million in loans. So we can move on to the next slide. We're gonna just be able to talk to you today about how to get out of the hard money loans that you're in. I use hard money loans, like I said, to purchase all properties. I believe that it's the best way to use leverage and to be able to grow your business and expand. Some people are like, why do you use them? We're not going to get into that today, but I just want to let you know that I'm in the same business also, and the owner finance company, we do now also purchase some of these homes to be able to help other people that don't qualify for the regular owner financing program to get into homes. So how can we help you? What can we do to give you some type of benefit? And why are you here today? Why are you listening to our to this training today and this program? Is because we can help you move your property creatively to be able to get income into your pockets as soon as possible. If you're trying to sell, through MLS, regular conventional sales, there's a couple of things that you're going to be running into, and that's probably why you're here already, is that the market did slow down a little bit. People are still buying homes, but it's getting harder and harder for those people that do want to buy homes to be able to get approved for the financing because of the rates and the taxes going up and the insurance, and it's just making it a lot harder for an average person to qualify for a home. So that's why we're able to offer you the ability as an investor to be able to offer your home for sale owner financed. Once you're able to put that owner financing in the description and on MLS, when someone is searching for a home that's ran into that situation where they used to be approved, now they're not, because of rates or taxes or insurance, they're now going to have that option to look at homes that are in owner financing, and there's only about 1%. If you go on MLS right now, type in homes for sale owner financing in your area, you're going to see that less than 1% of the listings are owner financing. So once you tap into that market, you're gonna be put into that 1% pool, and that's where you want to be, because in business it's all about supply and demand. If you're in a neighborhood and there's 20 houses for sale and none of them are selling, then it's going to be harder for you to sell your home. But if you look up that same neighborhood and just type in owner financing, there might be none or one, your property in that neighborhood. So the only thing they're going to be seeing is your home, and it's the only home for sale in that neighborhood. And that's what happens in most cases, because there's not a lot of owner financing homes available. So by partnering with our company, it's going to allow you to get into that 1%. You're going to be able to sell your home a lot faster. Also, a lot of the clients that are looking for owner finance homes, because of that supply and demand, that there's so few, are going to be a lot less picky. Most of the time, they're going to waive inspections, you know, and they're going to pay full price. They're not going to try to negotiate on the price with you. And people are say, well, why not? Are they not educated? No, but what was happening just a year ago, you know, when everybody was having 20 offers on their properties, what were they doing? They were waiving inspections. They were paying over, you know, asking, because of supply and demand. So that's all we're doing here, is we're providing a product where there's not a lot of those products. And that's what we can do with you, is be able to put owner financing on your homes that you're trying to sell. We can also help you with structuring your own owner financing. So you can go through our company, where it's just like a bank. We're going to approve 99.9 of everybody. These are asset-based loans, so it's really based on the home. As long as the client, the person wanting to buy the home has enough funds to close, we're going to approve them. You know, they have the ability to pay, they're going to get approved. So it's not credit, you know, tax returns and all that. So it's going to be a lot easier to qualify with us. And in those cases, they have their cash to close, down payment, all that. The owner finance company will pay you 100% of what you're selling the home for. Now, if you want to keep the home and offer owner financing, we also offer that service where we can structure your owner financing notes for you. We're going to be able to pretty much take care of everything for you, one-stop shop, to take that hassle away from you. Now, with all the new rules of staying compliant, you know, wraps and, you know, not being able to do those and different things like that. If you come to a company like us, we're going to be able to handle all that for you, make sure you're staying compliant, you know, with the state of Texas and the Senate 43 guidelines. So the owner finance company, what we're going to do is we're going to also help you market your property. We'll put it on our website. We'll send it out to our buyers. We're not guaranteeing that we're going to sell your home, but we're going to help you in that process for free. But the fact that you're now going to offer the owner financing is what really is going to get you to be able to move that home a lot faster. So we'll go ahead and move on to the next slide.
Okay, just to stop you right there, Mark, I noticed a couple of hands that are raising. We're going to have some time at the end to make sure you get all your questions answered from the team. So just keep those questions in mind so the team can answer them at the end, okay?
Okay, thank you. Appreciate that. So let's go over some examples, because I know it's hard to, you know, to be able to explain everything when you're just hearing it. So I'm visual, so I want to kind of see some examples on there. So let's say you have a home that you're selling for $249,000, okay, and you want to sell your property and create some residual income. So if the sales price is $249,000, our down payment requirement, let's say, is 20% down. So they're going to put 20% down. There's a 5% loan origination fee. So that's the cost. That's what we charge to do the loan. That's the only fee that our company charges. We're estimating the closing cost at about 5%. It used to be 3 to 4, but as you know, taxes, insurance, everything went up. So we'd rather, you know, quote it a little higher, but if it's lower, then you're going to pay what it is. But we're estimating about 5%. So your total cash to close with our company on a home with a purchase price of $249,000 is going to be $74,700. So that's kind of what that comes out to. It's about 30%. So what if your buyer doesn't have $74,700, right? And the thing is, there are, just to let you know, a lot of people that do have that money because they know how much it costs. They've been saving to purchase their home. They just, for whatever reason, can't qualify with the bank. So we have these deals every day. So we're not saying that that you can't have buyers that have this, we have them every day. But let's say that the majority of the people out there don't have $70,000-$80,000 to put out of their pocket. So what can you do to help those people to be able to purchase a home and to be able to move your home even faster? So a new program that we have is where we allow investors only. This is when we're working with investors that own the property. We allow you to set your own cash to close amount. So for example, if the person that's wanting to buy your home, you have it listed for sale by owner or owner financing available, and you're telling them they need $74,000, but they say they only have 30. Well, what you can do through our company, what we can help you is to allow them to be able to purchase a home with the 30,000 they have, and you could take a second on the property, a second note for the difference, which in this case would be $44,700. So, and that's if the house appraises for 249. So we're saying this house appraises for 249 because our company is going to be able to lend up to 75%. So we're going to, let's say we lend 75% of the value of the appraised value. So the max loan from the owner finance company is, in this example, is 186. But hard money loans typically are 70% of ARV. So if you got a hard money loan at 70% of ARV, your hard money loan is 174,000. So you would be able to pay off your entire loan that you have right now, your hard money loan, and you'll have a little bit of money left over to pay whatever fees and things are involved in that loan purchase. But remember, you still haven't got included that 30,000 that you're getting from the client. So you will have money left over. And the point of this is, how do you get creative? How can you move your house a lot quicker? Because if you're selling a house and the market that you're trying to sell it to, your target audience is people that don't have 70, 80,000, but they have 30, 40, 25,000, 30, then how many more people do you think are going to be interested in purchasing that home? We talked about being in the 1% of the homes by being able to offer owner financing. Now, if you're offering owner financing with the 30,000 all in, amount to get in the house, now that's why we're able to sell houses within, 24 to 48 hours of these houses being done, because you're offering something that's not even out there. The percentage is so low. That's why you're going to be able to move it. So let's move on to the next slide. So in this example, just recapping, so the owner finance company is going to fund 75%, okay? And that's a safe number. That's what most lenders are going to lend anyways when you try to do a cash out refi or anything on that property, if you were trying to do that on your own. So you have that 186 that we're funding, but then you also have whatever you're requiring the buyer to bring, which in this example is 30,000. And then you're going to have our only fee that is to the buyer is the 12,450. That's the loan origination fee. So the credit to the investor, when you add the number, subtract our fee, is 204,000. So if you get that 204,000, subtract the hard money loan, that's $30,000 that's going to go to you as the investor, the person selling the home at closing. So you were able to pay everything off you owed. You don't have to worry about that hard money loan anymore, and you have cash in your pocket. But remember, it's not just getting everything paid, getting a little cash in your pocket, but what about that second note that you took? In this example, you would be owed $44,700, right? That's the second note that you would be taking, and you would be able to finance that note at 10% in this example for 30 years, creating a cash flow, a pure profit cash flow of just under $400 a month. So I think it's a win-win, because you're not only going to be able to get out of that hard money loan, get out of that situation where you have a home that's not able to sell, as quickly as you'd like it to, pay everything off you own, put a little bit of money in your pocket, and create a passive income of almost $400 a month. Imagine if you could do deals where you can buy the house, rehab them, sell them within 24 to 48 hours, get all your money, pay everything you owe, put another $30,000 in your pocket, and have a $400 cash flow. How many of those deals would you want to do? Right now, it's going to allow you to be able to do as many deals as you want. And that's why we were able to do so many deals last year. And we'll be able to be doing over 100 this year, because we're able to get in and out of these properties make a little bit of money, and create a huge amount of cash flow, monthly passive income. So let's move on to the next slide. But those are kind of the examples of our creative financing. So what do we do to help you get compliant? I'm not going to read this whole thing. You can take a picture of it. You could look at it later, but we're going to help you with everything, like we said before, the pre-approval process. We use the RMLO to stay compliant with everything. We have no application fee. A lot of the other companies that do owner finance, actually most lending companies, they're going to have some type of application fee. We don't have anything like that. We can assist with everything from the actual real estate contract. If you don't have the property listed, a lot of our clients and myself don't even list any of our homes because they're able to sell so quickly when we're using this custom down payment. So we just sell them, by putting a sign in front of the yard with the phone number, and we haven't had any issues. But like I said, we're going to help you with all the processes down to the transactions, the closings. We use our attorneys to do the second closing to save you money, on that. So we've pretty much thought of everything and have a system that works, that's already been proven over 4 years. So let's move on to the next slide. And then I think we're gonna talk about our fee. This is really important to you for providing all this to you is free. So we do not charge the investor anything to participate in our program, to put your home available for owner financing. None of that. There's no fee ever to you as the seller or the investor. The person purchasing the home, the end buyer, is the one that's going to pay us the loan origination fee. So you don't have to worry about that. The fee is paid by the buyer, the end buyer that's buying the house. So we just want to let you know that's pretty important. We help you with deal structuring, marketing, different things like that. So let's go ahead and move on, I think, to the next slide. And then that's how you can contact us. You can take a picture of that. theownerfinancecompany.com is our website. We do investor trainings, realtor trainings, and we do different trainings. If you go to our website on Facebook, you'll also be able to see our events that we have coming up. And then we're ready for questions. We went through it pretty quickly, but I'd like to be able to answer any questions if anybody has questions on here. I know it's a lot of information.
Yeah, so let's go to, we have one question. Just Alberto says, got it, thank you. Alberto, got a question. Okay, guys, there's answers. Okay, that's good. Yeah, can you also keep it listed on MLS? So Alberto asks, can you keep this property listed on MLS?
Yes, so we went ahead and answered those questions as Mark was speaking, and yes, they can list it on MLS. And one of the questions was also if they could raise the purchase price. They can raise the purchase price if they'd like, but we're obtaining investment loans for these properties that the buyers are going to be living in. So the house will have to appraise. So just because you're going through the owner financing side, we're still going to be obtaining loans on these homes. And if it doesn't meet appraisal value, then the buyers will have to come out of pocket for that. So we recommend keeping it at the same price that you have it on the MLS. Also on your MLS listing, there's a very small percentage that are actually listed with owner financing available. So we encourage you guys to go ahead and put that owner financing available, put our contact information on there so that we can get those buyers pre-approved and get your house moved quickly. On the marketing side, we do a heavy amount of marketing to help put your property out there and make sure that people know it's available. We're in hundreds of online Facebook groups, and we list those weekly. We also do countdowns if you're doing open houses, and those get shared through our network. We also have a list of inventory of houses that we purchased and are selling at different down payments versus our traditional 20% down. So we will add your property to our website, which will also be in the groups. It'll be done in stories and in posts. So we do a heavy amount of marketing to help you move the property. One thing that's really helpful is also just to put a giant yellow sign outside of your property. If you're an investor, while you're doing your fix and flip, we can get buyers pre-approved so that you're not having to look for them after and wasting time and trying to pay back your hard money. If you have owner financing available, put our contact information on there. You've got that QR code off of the presentation. If not, our phone number is 281-508-0013. We can get buyers pre-approved same day or 24 to 48 hours at the most. So we just want to make sure that we can market that for you guys as much as possible. Mark did mention that there is no fee to the investor. We charge that to the buyer, and it's really important to have one-on-ones with us if you guys are interested in going this route, because we can help you structure the deal to where that 5% is always paid by the buyer, and you as an investor don't have to worry about it. So in the example that Mark showed, that's where that 5% comes from. It's from your buyer, and we'll help you structure that correctly. Again, just reiterating, as far as staying compliant with the state and federal guidelines, we do that, and we've done that since we started the company, and any new guidelines that have changed, we're up to date on them. So we'll be provided with the real estate sales contract. We'll walk you through the entire process from start to finish. So typically it's about a 30-day time frame. So if you are getting close to needing an extension or close to finishing your flip, make sure you get with us if you have a buyer interested, so that we don't waste any days. We can start that 30-day clock as soon as possible.
Yeah, one thing I could tell you over on our side, they're probably one of the fastest contacts you'll get in the business. You email them, and about 14 seconds later, somebody's reaching back out to you. So make sure you get with them. And today, so we have a two-part question here because they're pretty similar. Do you guys only work in Houston? And how do I list properties I have for sale on your website? I'm in Corpus Christi. Do you have buyers for down here? So are you just in Houston? Can you help this guy out in Corpus?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we definitely can. We service the entire state of Texas, so homes all over the state of Texas. Definitely Houston, I would say, is our biggest market, just because, we're here and local and do a lot of events and whatnot here. So we're very well connected with a lot of the realtors here, but definitely all over the state. And same thing for getting your house on our website. We'll connect with you after that, and we can start our process. Basically, we just get with you guys on exactly what your goals are for your property and what you're looking to do for your property. And then we can move forward with adding it to our inventory list, adding it to our website, adding it to all the other marketing outlets that we use. Mark also has a really large network that he uses as well for homes that we're, putting through this part of the program. So anywhere in the state of Texas, we can, list your property for you, help list your property for you.
Awesome. So like, I have a question here, to get things going. I know you guys went over, but I'm in a hard money loan. Okay. So so really I can just pay off my hard money loan, utilizing some of the different aspects of you. How many times does that happen? Is that pretty common?
Yeah, definitely. I do. Like I said, I use hard money loans for all my properties, and I do the exact same thing. I put them for sale owner finance. And like I said, because of that, they're able to sell super quick. And then we could either sell them through the owner finance company, which they approve the clients for us, or we can do owner financing ourselves on it, and still use the owner finance company to do all the servicing paperwork, things like that. But yeah, I think if you're not utilizing this option, you're missing out, because you're not able to move these homes as fast and do as many homes as you want, as quickly.
So is there any other services that anybody needs to know about the owner finance company does? Yeah, you can owner finance something, but is there anything else that they can utilize you for? Is there anything else that you service the industry with?
Yeah, sure. So depending on how they want to structure it, if they want to do a second note, for example, then we walk them through using an RMLO, residential mortgage loan originator, that keeps them compliant. We've used one on every transaction that we've ever done. So we have great relationships, and they can work with their buyers if they want to do a second note. We also have a loan servicer. So, if you're not a company, if you're buying and selling owner financing homes, you can only do 3 per year. So going through us gives you a bigger advantage to be able to do as many as you want. But if you do want to do them yourself and you want to stay compliant, we can teach you how to do that. So the loan servicing and the RMLO are two of the biggest ones, because you're not a landlord. When you owner finance these properties, you sell them. And so the deeds need to be recorded within 30 days. And so we walk you through all those steps to stay compliant. And you're not going to be called if there's a broken water heater, or someone misses their payment. You'll have a loan servicer that takes care of that if they need to send out demand letters, if you have to go to foreclosure. So there's a lot that goes into owner financing to keep you compliant, and we do have all those services available. And we've worked with these companies for almost 4 years now, so we've got a pretty good handle on how they work, and just walking you guys through it so that you feel secure and safe throughout the transaction.
A few of the other things that we do offer as well, we have just with our normal program, our normal owner financing that we do. Again, we're helping buyers who can't qualify for traditional financing. So let's say you're a realtor, or a broker, or even a mortgage lender, and you aren't able to approve somebody or get somebody approved, you can send them through us. Our normal down payment is higher than these loans that we would be structuring. It's 20% down, so we would approve them off that. But that could be an option if you're just looking to completely get out of the house as a seller. Let's just say you want to pay off, you're not you want to be fully paid out for your purchase price, you can become also just a seller. We also provide passive residual income for investors. So a normal part of our program, we basically, when our buyers pick out a house, we have an investor that basically purchases the property for them. A lot of times we keep those deals in-house, but if you're an investor looking for passive residual cash flow, let's say, you're not doing fix and flips, but you're looking to get into the real estate industry and you want some passive residual cash flow, we do that with investors as well. And if you're an accredited investor, we're able to help provide you with passive residual cash flow as well. So we do also pay referral fees for investors or to realtors. If you're not the realtor receiving commission on a deal, we pay, a $1,000 referral fee for every deal, whether, it's on the buyer side or the investor side. So a few different opportunities of other things that we do there as well.
Awesome. I got another question from Alberto. If it's listed on MLS, the listing agent will be paid from the investor's proceeds, correct? Is there a buyer's agent fee paid to anyone?
So the seller pays for the commissions. We mirror the traditional process. So at closing, everybody gets paid, the seller and then both the realtors.
Okay. All right. Is there anything, I'm an investor, is there any properties that I can't owner finance?
We don't owner finance any mobile homes, manufactured homes, or raw land or commercial. We do single family 1 to 4 at this time. Mark, is there anything you'd like to add to that part?
Yeah, no, that's pretty much it. We do finance for investors, so we can also finance back to the person that has the hard money loan. So let's say you were doing fix and flips, that now you want to keep it as a rental, but for whatever reason you don't qualify, for the loan, for a full 30-year loan, we can give you that, also to help you out with that. But yeah, pretty much just mobile homes and raw land are the things that we don't do. But we sell properties all the time to anybody. So it could be an investor who wants a 4-unit or multifamily, up to 4 units, and we're able to do that also for you.
Yeah, because that was going to be my next question to you. You know me, I like to scale. And anybody's paying attention to the owner finance company right now, you heard a couple of things. They have properties. You may want to take a look at what they're selling, because they may owner finance it to you, right?
Yep, we have a 4-plex in Virginia if somebody wants it right now. 25,000 down, owner financed, and we're selling it for 250. So you can get into a 4-plex in Virginia, good area, good market. So there you go.
Or we also have condos in the Galleria that are available right now as well. So yeah, we have quite a bit of inventory that if you are interested on that side. And one other thing, Alex, for us is we don't go below 150,000 purchase price. We really like to stay at our lowest 200, just because it makes sense for us and our investors. However, we don't have a cap. So, to date, we've closed a $2.875 million deal. So a lot of these buyers who are looking for homes, they're looking for homes in all ranges of purchase prices. Our average purchase price when we first started the company was around 240, 248. And, it's gone up to 360 over the last few years. I don't know what it is to date right now, but so we don't discount, any buyer, it's a lot of doctors, anyone who really doesn't file their income taxes correctly and can't afford to go traditionally is definitely someone you can target. So just keep that in mind. We don't have a cap. So if you have a $700,000 house that you're looking to get rid of owner finance, get with us.
Yeah, great. Because, and I heard something because Brad had a question about, is there a minimum loan amount? So about 150,000 is what your minimum is. Is that the loan amount or the value?
Purchase price.
Purchase price. Okay. So that's about 150. Stacy asked, how do you find the properties you have for sale?
So a few different ways. We do some fix and flips through the company. The owner finance company does. Mark does a lot of our fix and flips with us. And so once those properties are ready, we owner finance them. We also, have had a couple of houses we've taken back. So if that happens, we also will have those in inventory. But the big bulk of it that you're going to see is investors who are looking to just sell their properties, and they're using our program to do so. And so we're helping them market. And then the rest of it's going to be fix and flips that we're doing internally.
And Jen and Valerie, you may want to get with Marcel because he's very interested in that fourplex in Virginia. I'm sure you guys see it on the question. So make sure you get with Marcel on that.
Definitely. Marcel, if you'll type your email or your phone number or both into the chat, we'll definitely get with you after this.
Okay, yeah, I was just gonna say that where the owner financing has been kind of, we're trying to keep it strictly lending, you know what I'm saying? Like just focus on our main, focus. We started acquiring these properties for our clients because we want to help everybody to get in a home. And we had a lot of requests for homes, but they didn't have that $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 to put down on a home. And that's why we've started to get some of those homes. But I purchase properties kind of outside the owner finance and then put them in, so if anybody has homes that they want to sell that they got into and want to get out, that are with, any hard money lender or whatever, we'll buy them. I buy directly from wholesalers all the time, and also realtors, any other realtors, wholesalers, anybody. So we're constantly buying properties through another entity. And then once they're rehabbed, we stick them into the owner finance company's website and model, just like everybody else here, so that we could have that inventory. And we'll do about 100 this year. So we'll have about 100 homes available. And usually it's about 25,000 total cash to close on those. So they sell really quickly. But yeah, to answer your question, we buy from other wholesalers, investors, realtors, things like that.
Great. All right. So what I'm hearing is owner finance is definitely an obtainable type of exit strategy for these investors. It's not mystical. It's not, you have to get a Rosetta Stone to figure it out. You just got to have the right team. And the right team that's going to be able to guide you to say, this is your options. You have like 4 different options here. You want to do it this way. You want to do it that way. You have a team of people that understand how to keep you compliant. You can get still passive income, though you guys, some of you people you guys can't hold your rentals. Your credit score is too low, or now there's option for that. So understanding that there's other options out there and exit strategies with companies like the owner finance company is going to be able to give you guys a wide berth. And if you haven't noticed, they're more of a, might as well make the ask and the question, because they're going to answer to you real fast and say, yeah, I can do it, or no, I can't. Does that sound right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So out of the attendees today, is there any more questions? You have a very knowledgeable group of people out here that is going to be here to just answer any of your questions. We're going to keep it open for a little bit longer as I just keep rambling on. And Mark, Jen, Valerie, do you have anything else to add to the group?
No, I was just gonna say, on that creative part, definitely get with us, regardless of what you're thinking or regardless of what your issue might be with your property. regardless of price or whatever the situation is, we definitely consider ourselves very creative. Mark has, we just have a lot of things at our fingertips that we could try to help make things work. So definitely don't hesitate to give us a call and just let us know kind of what's going on, and we'll do anything we can, to help you guys figure out a creative solution to any of the issues that you're having.
Yeah, I do want to mention something now that you said that. I know that we've got a lot of referrals from the last event that we did with y'all, and we've been able to help some people and give them answers pretty quickly. So one thing we didn't talk about that we're able to help out with also is if somebody is in a bind, like their loan's about to end, right? Because y'all might be thinking owner financing is going to take 30 days to get the loan approved. You know what I'm saying? There's a long process, which there is normally, right, through the owner finance company, but we have other options. So that's why we're saying call us and ask any questions, because we're going to find a solution for you, whether it could be done through inside the owner finance company or another company that we own, right? That's part, of our companies that we all own together, and we can help. So we had somebody that called us and said they had their loan that was expiring. It was not going to be renewed, and they wanted to try owner financing, but they had 15 days left or so. I don't remember the exact amount, but it was less than a month. And then it was not going to be renewed again. It had already been renewed a couple of times. So I think they're having a big issue, trying to finish the house and selling it. But we were able to say, okay, well, we can just pay everything off that you own on it, give you another loan for 6 months, so that you could then market it under owner financing now, right? Because he wanted to put owner financing. There's no way you're going to sell it in a few days, right? It's going to take time to do that process. So that's another option. If you're stuck in, your hard money loan's about to end, and you're in a tight spot where you only have 7 days, 10 days, whatever, and for whatever reason your loan would not be able to be extended, call us. We could still help you do that. We'll help you get the loan. We'll give you another 6 months or whatever on it, and then work with you to help you to be able to sell that home owner financing. We're able to approve him within a couple of days and gave him the approval, if he wanted to move forward with it or not. But at least we were able to give him an answer pretty quickly and approve it. And it was going to work. He would get all his money, and be able to get that extension done.
That's fantastic. A couple things that happened while we were discussing things here. Shirley Jennings asked, what rate you charge the borrower. It's about 10.9%. And then Shauna asked if where can they find available properties for sale. Just go to the www.theownerfinancecompany.com. You can give them a call at 281-508-0013.
Yeah. And so that 10.9, just so that everyone knows, that's what we charge on our program. We charge 10.9 to the end buyer, and then we pay our investors 10%. So that's something to note. If you are structuring it differently and you want to owner finance it yourself and not go through us and not have us in the middle and not just be the seller, you can change that interest rate. So, depending on what you got when you purchased the property, you may not need to go that high, which would attract more buyers if you could have that lower. So that's where this really comes into play and is helpful for investors if they got their, if they refinanced it 4% versus what's now maybe at 7 or 8%, they can bring that interest rate down. We keep it consistent as a company so that it's just fair across the board. But for the inventory that we have and inventory that investors are adding to our website, you can negotiate that, and we can help you figure out, depending on how much cash flow you're going to make. We can play with numbers with you on those interest rates. So while we charge 10.9, you may be able to charge a little less on the interest rate.
No, awesome. Well, I don't see any more questions. One of the interesting things for you very savvy people that decided to sign up for the webinar, whether you're here or not, you're going to get the recording of this to review everything they talked about, look at all the slides again, you can zoom in, do whatever you need to make sure that you get everything that you need to review it. But I think a better operation would be if you called Valerie, Jen, and Mark and told them your specific deal so they can be problem solvers. If you haven't guessed it yet, you're dealing with a group of problem solvers here. So not so much of X's and O's and matrices. They say, well, tell me your deal. I got a solution for that. So give them a call, give an email, go to the website, check them out, see if these exit strategies are right for you. All right. Guys, you have anything else to add today?
Thank you guys so much for joining.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, again, this is Alex over from Jet Lending. We really appreciate that the owner finance company came out and do this special webinar for you because nobody else was telling you about it. So might as well have the best people tell you about it anyway, right? So they're doing it. Give them a call, see how you guys can scale your business and grow your wealth using this type of exit strategy. All right, everybody. See you later and have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you, Alex.